it, don't let me drop. Welcome to our world. A bowl of sobriety and hell, life at its finest. I'm so overly obsessed with the passion reminded. Like an accident time will leave you stuck in confinement. I've been in and out of this game maze, Matrix, Monopoly. I done pin pass go. They been on me property, and Mr. Anderson and Neo never seem to have privacy. But fuck a blue and a red pill, rather rose than med kill. Still switch my schedule till I stay up ahead until I drop.
Hey everybody, so it is Thursday, sometime in October. This has been a very long week, very challenging week also, but I'm out here at Tempe Beach Park, I think it's called, I don't know, out near ASU campus, and I'm gearing up to head into the Behind the Word video shoot for Behind the Word, a web series. So shout out to Tomas J. Stanton. He's doing a lot of great things in the community, working with Phonetic Spit in the youth, and executive producer of the Spoken World series, which takes place tomorrow as well, out in Mesa at the Mesa Arts Center. The brother's incredible, man. He's doing a lot of great things, and kudos to him, and kudos to him for the opportunity to co-promote it with him, and also to be featured in this Behind the Word, web series. So I'm really excited. It's been a pretty challenging week. I've done a lot of different things this week. I'm kind of dealing with a lot of things and kind of trying to process a lot of different things, life stuff. I think probably one of the most difficult things is obviously I lost two family members. So a very good friend of mine, childhood friend of mine, his grandmother passed away yesterday, and I counted her, equal or kin to my own grandmother. In the neighborhood that I come from, back in DC, Stronghold, the Stronghold community. Stronghold meaning fortress. We fostered a bond of family and friendship ties that was, I guess, kind of rare, in a sense, but it's a little different, So I'm kind of devastated by the loss of my Uncle Johnny also, who passed away, and Miss Butler as well. I think that everybody processes, loss of life and death a little bit different, but I kind of take it personal, a little more personal these days than maybe I ever have. In the space of losing people, I guess I kind of start to realize my own mortality, and I'm no spring chicken, anymore. So my biggest fear in life is not dying. We're all gonna die, but my biggest fear is being insignificant, not being remembered for doing anything great or not making an impact in the world that I'm a part of. So that kind of explains my crazy and why I'm so crazy to in this space of pursuing my dreams, and not even pursuing my dreams, just trying to actually carve out a path for myself in life. I don't think that I've necessarily dreamed about doing anything that I've done so far. I'm just kind of taking action, just thinking of things to do and just kind of doing them. Nobody's stopping us from doing anything. Nobody makes the rules for our life. We sort of define it and then live it. I think that we're supposed to live it. Like, live it. Life is to be lived. So the mighty Tempe Center for the Arts there in my background, like right over my shoulder. Love that place too. I love all the art centers out here. One of those things that I ultimately want to do, I actually want to run the theater in one of these places. So Tempe Center for the Arts, Phoenix Center for the Arts, Mesa Arts Center, holla at me. I'm crazy, but I'm crazy enough to make it work. So yeah, I'm just kind of sitting out here by the water, being an Aquarius and all. I kind of just like to come and sit by running water sometimes. It's tranquil, it's relaxing. I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but I'm being attacked by bugs here also, sitting so close to the water. So I'm just gonna kind of sit here and recharge a bit before my video shoot a couple blocks up at ASU. So enjoy the sights. Talk to you guys in a bit. Promise you, man, like dope stuff just follows me, man. This is my man Francisco Phoenix right here. You know, he hosts the open mic that I was at last night. Does a lot of dope stuff, man, in and around Phoenix, rather around Arizona, stretching out, here in the Tempe area. LA born and raised also, man, like real folks live out LA. And spread out, man, everywhere else, man, to make things happen, man. But Francisco, tell them a little bit about you, man, what you do when
yeah, man, well, my name is Francisco Phoenix, you guys, and we just we're trying to make a community out here so far. So all the artists, I want to give you guys a platform to do what you guys do. So we put on different local open mics for everybody to come enjoy themselves. So
what kind of
support, man?
Which ones can they find you at? Where? What nights?
Okay, Wednesday nights we do Chop Shop Live, man. Friday nights we got our poetry, spoken word nights, and Thursdays tonight is actually our first comedy night, man. We're getting these going, so yeah, come out and support, man.
Yeah. Now I heard something else that you talked about before. Was that Nuance night?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We also Nuance events.
Yeah, we also collected. We do a Nuance artist parties. We call it our nap parties, where we just have a collective of different artists come through, to one house. We got catering, we got kegs, we got all that. And we just want to let loose and just have a blast of just creative minds together. So
my man out here doing it big, man. Look, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. No, seriously, if you guys are in and around Arizona, you know what I mean? Come out, man, if you're in the Tempe area, especially out here near ASU Tempe's campus. Man, this dude's doing big things, man. I'm going to try to stretch him out into Phoenix.
Hey, man.
He's going to try to bridge the gap for me to get out here and do some things out here in Tempe also.
Sure, man. Yeah, we for sure.
We're going to try to take Arizona over, right?
Yeah.
In a positive way, though, just to kind of create some platforms, like you said, man, for other artists and other individuals to shine, man. So I appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, man. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you, man. Dope artist. Amazing poet, an amazing person, so
I'm out.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good one.
headed to this video shoot, trying to find the place on the campus of ASU. Kind of getting like the college experience walking around. It's kind of weird actually. I'm walking around in the dark. It just got dark. But I'm walking around in the dark, and I suppose it's like totally safe on this campus, even though I don't really know the stats of like rape, etc., which is a very serious issue, period, whether on college campuses or not. But I don't think that I would have to worry about being raped as a 6'6" black man on this campus. Let's hope not. Mugged, robbed, maybe. Actually, I found the place finally. I'm waiting on Tomas to come down and get me, I suppose. Just shot him a message to let him know that I was here for the video shoot for Behind the Word. So this should be very exciting. I'm very excited to be a part of this. Should be pretty incredible to be interviewed and to kind of share my views on my journey of spoken word poetry, my journey as an artist, with all the different things that I've been doing out here in the community also. So I'm always excited to kind of get an opportunity to share my perspective on sort of what needs to be done in the community and what I've kind of taken a hold to doing in the community in the name of doing my part. So I don't think that there's any one right way to do things or any specific way to do things. So my biggest advice to any artist, and I'm always asked this question from artists, like, I want to do this and I want to do that, or I want to be full-time as an artist, like, what do I need to do? And I'm like, carve a lane for yourself, you know, just like get in the game. There's so many different things that we could all be doing, and there's so many different things that will be meaningful for us to do and to engage in. So just get involved, man. There's no rule book, and there are no specific set of rules to follow. So, you know, just got to do it. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Pat it down. Which is also where I honed my skills as a performer. When you're in a classroom, you know, kids, I feel like are the hardest critics, individuals to perform for, because they don't take no bullshit. They're just like, all right, what was that? You know, like, okay, like, that's weird. What are you doing? You know? Yeah. And so I honed my skills as a performer. I wrote more poems than I ever wrote because I was teaching workshops, and in order to teach these workshops, I had to have the poems to construct, right? And so I just, and it was something about teaching that really helped me to become a better writer, you know, because it was like, at first I was bullshit, and I was like, you got to do this, and you know, I didn't really know what I was talking about. But then it started to click. Then it was like, oh, you know, I would go home, and I'd be like, oh, I start writing. Then things started to click for me. And so I developed like what we call pockets, yeah. Because in order to like really get paid and to get these like higher end gigs, you gotta have pockets. You gotta be able to go in and rock a 20 to 30 minute set. Hey, I'm sitting here with Joy Young, Joy, fellow poet in the community, doing like amazing things, and we're just kind of sitting here talking. I was sharing with her my journey, and how in late 2013 I sort of decided that I was just going to be a poet, and I was crazy and had no following, no social media following at all, and just started sharing poetry. So I was telling her that the way that I was able to kind of sustain myself as a poet in the beginning, selling books and like doing things like that, was to just continually feed my social media following and to continue to flood the market. I sort of took the Master P approach to the internet. I would post like 2, 3, 4 poems a day, sometimes 4, 5, 6 poems, quotes, you know, motivational, inspirational stuff. And there's some people who have been following me since the very beginning. Not following me, that sounds so stalkerish, but there's some people who've been supporting me on the internet since the very beginning, and those people are incredible. So I do appreciate, you know, those who really, really, really support me in that way. But Joy, what kinds of amazing things are you doing? We're here at the video shoot, by the way, for Behind the Word, and Joy just wrapped up her interview or her shoot. And she says she did horrible. I don't believe her, though.
Well, okay. I don't think I did horrible. I think that the experience of being videotaped when something's this far from your face is really unpleasant. I never would have thought I'd be a person on a stage. I've always been very much like an academic, like very behind the scenes, very much in my own head kind of person. So, I mean, Poetry Slam is kind of perfect if you're not incredibly social.
Wow.
Because the way Poetry Slam works is like you only get 3 minutes to do something most of the time. So like you don't have to banter or be like good at socializing. You just have to come up, do your thing for 3 minutes, and then you can run away. Like you can literally run off the stage. It's awesome.
Awesome. So what kinds of things have you done in terms of poetry slams here in the past year that ring as significant?
I did the individual World Poetry Slam when it was here in Phoenix and placed in the top 25, which was awesome for me. And I didn't expect. I think one of the biggest things I've done doing indie competitions, which it's only been recently that I've done any individual competitions where I'm not on a team, is I get to take a lot more risks, and I get to do the poems that I don't expect will necessarily be the most strategic poems in a slam, but are the things I care about the most. And I've been really surprised. Like the reaction when you do like your most authentic self is so much better than I think most people expect. And that doesn't mean there's not backlash. Like I've definitely gotten some like negative messages, especially talking about like LGBTQ stuff and a lot of things on like being genderqueer and stuff like that. So there definitely still is backlash, but by and large, I found a really, really supportive community. And like Tumblr is one of my favorite places because it's just like
Shout out
full.
to all my supporters on Tumblr.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Tumblr
definitely. Shout out to my Tumblr-verse people. Because, I mean, just like I've gotten so many questions and comments, especially from young LGBTQ people who are talking about like also trying to tell their story or like finding pieces of themselves reflected in the kind of work I'm producing. And I just find like a lot of hope and amazing space for myself in that. And a lot of what I want to do now is just create stages for other people as well, so that they can kind of insist upon their own humanity from a stage or from a book or from whatever kind of medium that you're comfortable with. I'm just really excited to see a lot of young people in the arts because they're imagining the world in a way that I don't think I can.
I think there's almost like a renaissance of creativity, like all over again, and I really appreciate the humanity side of things. As you talk about creating platforms for other people, and in my opinion, that's the only reason that I host events. It's to create platforms for other people. And I've had people go as far as to tell me, I don't want to do any of your events because I don't think that you're really for the artist like you say that you are. And I'm like, God forbid. Like, like it doesn't make sense to me to do anything. I haven't hosted one Cosmic Cadence poetry show yet because I just think that it would be stupid to do that when I can join forces with other individuals who are equally as powerful or more powerful than I am as a voice, in terms of a voice, and then we can really touch the souls of people, and we can really transform people's lives, and we can really kind of create some synergy that platforms the genre and that platforms all of artistry. So where can they find you on social media, etc.?
You can find me on Tumblr. I'm really excited because you can just like Google search my name, Joy Young, and I like come up all over the place now. It's amazing.
She is authentically Joy Young.
You can follow me on YouTube. I have a Facebook. I have a Twitter. I don't really use it very much.
Are they all just Joy Young?
Most of them are Joy Young or Joy Young Poetry. My handle on Instagram is Ladyboy, spelled with 2 I's. I think that's the only place that's really different.
Okay.
If you just search, well, because my Instagram was originally like just personal, but like people find you anyway.
Exactly.
So it's no longer. I mean, it's still personal.
Social media is so scary.
Yeah, I don't post it a lot. I don't post a lot of photos of myself. I'm pretty camera shy.
So no selfies.
I'm trying really hard.
There's an art to the selfie.
At the pushing of my partner to like be more okay with like posting videos and like pictures of myself and stuff, and it's really helpful to have someone who supports you in doing that. But it just makes me so anxious. Like people watching me makes me like super really anxious.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. That was Joy Young, guys. Make sure you follow her on social media. Check her out. Joy, thanks so much.
Cool, thanks.
I'm behind the scenes at Behind the word. And there are like all these cameras like angled on me and lights, and it looks really weird, but I feel like a star. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot a little bit more footage and then they're gonna get started before I get yelled at on YouTube. And so I'm still outside of ASU. I just finished up my video shoot for Behind the Word. It's pretty nice, man. I guess you'll have to kind of stay tuned for the actual production, like when they're done with it, to see you know, how it actually turns out. But I'm really excited to see it for myself. Really, really humbled and appreciative. So once again, shout out to Tomas J. Stanton for the opportunity, for ASU, for even believing in the art and the art form, to get behind and kind of sponsor you know, this kind of a series where you might be able to get an in-depth look into the mind of a poet. But yeah, so I'm really excited about that. And out of here, head home now. And students on campus are wilding out. So I'm gonna head in now and get myself some rest. I have my last day of fall break camps at Phoenix Center for the Arts tomorrow for the youth, so that should be very, very exciting. I'm always looking forward to you know, getting into the minds of those kids and getting into the hearts these kids give. It's always enlightening. So oh yeah, also I'm very much so looking forward to the Spoken World series tomorrow. So that should be pretty dope tomorrow evening at Mesa Arts Center. So I'll vlog a little from there too. Hopefully I can shoot some footage of some of the artists as they perform, to kind of give you guys an idea of you know, what that show even looks like. So that's all I got for the night, man. I love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Subscribe, share, comment, just watch it, whatever. I'll see you guys sometime soon. Blessings.
All types are next to me. It's destiny, can't you see that we was meant to be? And lie in society, cause the light is inside of we. High off life, take a hit of sobriety. Yeah.